I want to talk to you about owning your own mistakes. It was a few years ago. I was actually here cleaning the sides here with pressure washing. So you can see an outlet right here. I knew to kind of take that up and avoid damaging it. Barbecue here, our grill. But then down here, there's another outlet. That outlet had a plastic bin in front of it, so I did not see that outlet. And it was an older outlet that didn't have a cover on it. So when I had finished spraying everything down, turned out I actually damaged the outlet because I got it with some bleach, not knowing it was there. So I felt terrible about it. I usually tape all that stuff up, and I don't know how I missed that, but I took responsibility for it, and I allowed them to pick out any contractor they wanted. They knew an electrician, happens to be one of the more expensive electricians around, but needless to say, I let them pick, and it took a couple $100, and the guy came out and swapped out the cover or the new outlet in that spot. So moral of the story, always own your mistakes. Every day we face some sort of adversity, and when you're able to own your own mistakes, people are able to trust you, and they like you more too. They usually feel, there's that underdog thing. If you make a mistake and you are visibly sorry for it, you become the underdog, and a lot of times they feel bad for you, especially if you're upfront about it. And they put yourself in your shoes. Every once in a while you'll have somebody who's angry and they're just going to be screaming, and you got to calm them down. But thankfully that doesn't happen often, at least not to me. If that does happen often to you, then you might want to do a little extra research and figure out if what you're doing is right or not. But anyways, this customer, they like to use me now. They like to tell their friends about me now. And that's because they couldn't trust me. And they know they can trust me because they've tried me. They figured out that if I make a mistake, they can trust that I'll take care of it and fix it and make it right. Now, if you just try to argue with somebody and let them know it's not your fault, or it might have been damaged before you were there, or whatever, then yeah, they're probably not going to trust you, and they're not going to want to tell their friends about you, and they're not going to send any stream of money your way, which is what we want. So turn those failures into happy customers, and you'll increase your pipeline of money. So I found that if I'm able to make a mistake and make it right, a lot of times going through that little mini tragedy or that little time of failure kind of brings you closer to them and endears you to them, and can build a stronger bond between you and your customer. So take advantage of those moments. Nobody looks for those mistakes to happen. Nobody wants them to happen. That's why they're called mistakes. But they do happen nonetheless, one way or another. So if you can't fix it yourself, like that day I could not fix it myself, or maybe I could have, but I wanted to, electrical stuff. Out here you need to be licensed for electrical work, and I'm not licensed, and even though I probably could have switched it out myself, just for their own peace of mind, it's better for a professional to take care of it, who that's their exclusive duty. And now there's no fear there. There's only an increased level of trust that they have for me. So like today, not only did they have me clean their windows, but they asked if I'd go ahead and charge them a little extra to clean their to clean their mirrors and to clean their shower doors. And they're just trying to find other ways to send me more money now. So turn those frowns upside down and make some extra money. Costs a little bit up front, but it's worth it in the end. So, sometimes there's going to be mistakes you make that you can fix, or adversity that comes in our way that we're able to kind of just adjust on the go. For instance, today I'm hand cleaning these screens. I already scrubbed them and rinsed them, but normally I use the zero screen cleaner, but that zero screen cleaner broke. I got to get new connections for it. Haven't had a chance to stop and get some, so here I am cleaning screens the old-fashioned way. I could have said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I can't clean your screens today." As a matter of fact, they weren't supposed to get their screens cleaned today. They were going to get just their windows clean and skip the screens, but they changed their mind at the last second. So instead of saying, "No, I don't want your money, I can't do that today, I don't have the right machine," Of course I can do it. Now that's maybe a bad example because a lot of you guys might not even have a zero screen cleaner. So it's like, okay, yeah, big deal. You can clean them without zero screen cleaner, no problem. But sometimes you just have to make amends to your regular status quo work. And that's the point I'm getting at. You make adjustments on the fly. You figure out what you got to do in order to get the job done the right way and make sure the customer's happy. Because this is more of a customer service game than anything else. One of the biggest fears I've had in the past was getting a bad review. And so obviously, I've done a whole video about that. How to stack up your reviews to kind of cover up any bad ones. And, bad ones will come someday. No matter how good you do, there's going to be somebody out there who wants to stick it to you somehow and won't let you make it right. And it happened to me. It'll happen to you. It happens to everybody who's in business. So just do what you can to make things right. And in doing so, people will pick up on that, the genuine hospitality, the genuine customer service and care. And it will leave them with a feeling that you care about them and their property and that they can trust you. So I think it was Maya Angelou who once said, people don't remember everything you did, but they remember how you made them feel. I've heard that quote from other people as well, but it's true. No matter what you did wrong, if you can write it and leave them with a good taste in their mouth and say, hey, I remember that guy, he took care of me, he did it right. He didn't try to pull the fleece over my eyes. He didn't try to hide anything. You come out and you be transparent. People will appreciate that, and they will reciprocate that care by sharing about you, referring you to their friends and their neighbors. As the Bible says, you reap what you sow. So if you are kind to other people and you're caring and you're diligent and you take care of whatever they need, oftentimes they're going to do the same for you. So guys, keep doing the good work, keep working hard, keep improving, and I'll see you in the next video.